We're here, Unscripted Uncensored Podcast with Miss Chrystal Doomes.
How y'all doing?
Okay, how you doing? We got Shannon Reboy with us as well. Me and keep trying. What's going on, Cuzzo?
Oh, cool.
How you doing, Miss Chrystal? We're
I'm
here
good, I'm good.
to find out, the projects you've been working on and to put out your music and just learn about you. So,
Okay.
what you been working on?
Well, I've been working on the album for a while now, probably about a year and a half. I've been trying to put something together that I would be proud of. That's why it took me a little while to get it together, but January 20th is when I'll be dropping Doomsday.
All platforms.
All platforms.
All platforms.
Okay. And Doomsday, that's the project you say you've been working on. What inspired you to call it Doomsday and to work on that project?
I felt like music wasn't inspirational no more as far as what it was being interpreted as in our generation. And personally, I see these people who go up there, BET Awards, and thank God for money, clothes, women, and that's not what I want to do. I want to be up there thanking God for music that I made to enlighten or give knowledge, or you know what I'm saying. I want to build a rapport as a person that's gonna always represent a uplifting spirit and be positive.
Well, one thing I can say about your music is very touching. I'm not big on music, but your music is, man, I love it. I love
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So how you started doing music? What?
My mother and my father were singers. My mother was in a reggae band back when I was young, and also my father, he plays bass, and he always sang and told me I was going to be a great singer, and I just really didn't push to believe that until I started writing. And I'm a writer first. I'm a poet first.
Yeah.
So when I started writing, I started making little melodies, and then I said, man, I can write songs for people. And then when I would show people my songs to write for people, they'd say, man, why you just don't sing it? And I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. Let's try it. What holds me back?
Yeah. So what's your recording process? You go in the booth. You already have your music written, and memorized, or you just go read off the paper.
Oh no, I don't read anything.
So you just go and memorize and prepare.
I don't even write lyrics down often. I'm always putting my recorder on, and I'll
Brainstorm.
freestyle and say all kind of things and say all kind of melodies, and then I'll lay down at night, listen to it in my headphones, and then put it together and go back to my poetry, because I write poems first, and then I go to my poetry and I take the lyrics and
put them in song format.
That's right.
Okay, so people want to know, where you from, actually?
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, but I was born in Opelousas, Louisiana. My father, Rodney Doomes, he passed, but God rest his soul. But he was from Opelousas, so was my mother. And then my mother moved to Lafayette.
Hey, so your music videos, you got any music videos coming up?
Yes, I do. I have a lot of projects coming, as far as I'm just starting to create. Matter of fact, I just made my first video myself the other day, and I posted it on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram, CHRYSTAL.DOOMES on Instagram, and it's up there. And actually, it motivated me to say, hey, if I can shoot my own video, if I can produce my own song, if I can produce, what do I need anybody else for?
Exactly.
So I'm truly working on trying to master it and get better.
Okay, so when you met Mr. Shannon, I know y'all been.
Oh man, I met Shannon one night. He hit me up. I had did this performance at for one of my good friends, School Money, out of Lafayette. Shout out Sco. But he put together this cipher. Everybody came together, shared their music, their art, and Shannon hit me up, told me, "Man, I never heard a singer like you before. You know, that was real art, that real poetry that you put up there." And me and him vibe for hours about music and how we can, what would be better steps I can take as far as putting myself out, promoting. And he was just giving me a lot of knowledge on the business side, you know, because he was like, I don't know a lot about music, but you know, we just got together and brainstormed and put it together.
Yeah, I see y'all doing great things together. Y'all gotta stick together, and you know, keep that same format going forward.
And it's not always easy. If anybody know anything about when working with someone, if everything is okay, then it's not okay.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
we got you know we disagree on a lot of things. You know, but we are really close. But I can tell her if I feel something's wrong, and she'll tell me the same thing. Exactly. And she can give me an honest opinion about something without me being like, man, I ain't messing with her no more, because she'll say the same thing. Yeah. You know, and that's what make our relationship, business and friendship as family strong, because people can't take criticism. Yeah. You know, constructive criticism kills a lot of business and kills a lot of friendships. But we can do that. She'll call me and be like, what you think about this? And I'll tell her, man, I don't really care for this. And she'll be like, well, why about this? And then we'll talk about it. And then we'll work it. You know what I mean? If it needs to be scratched or it needs to be tweaked, or she'll explain it to me and I'll see it in a different light. You know, because her music is not, if you just listen to it, it's not the meaning of what, you know, if you would just listen, she is deeper than just the typical words that's in the song. And I had to learn that. She teaches me so much about music, the things I would have never thought of. You know.
Yeah. So your music have a message.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
What's your message actually? So you know, people can get insight on, you know, how you feel about your music, or music in general.
Honestly, my music is a part of my heart. My message in my music is I'm telling my real life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I tell the stories of other people's lives. So when it's not always the stories about me, you know? And music used to be like that, where you can tell stories and people don't look at it as, oh, she talking about herself, or she went through this, or she have to be going through this.
They can relate.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's just more of a, and then I wanna give music that everyone can listen to. Yeah. I don't curse in my music. I don't in my personal music, because I have featured on other records in my past, and you know, curse on a record, but you wouldn't find that in my music. And it's no downplay to anybody that does it. I just don't do it in mine, you know, because I know I can't get in the car with my grandmother and put
exactly
right. Just respecting.
Right.
Respecting.
So what inspired you to do music?
Bob Marley.
Favorite artist?
Lauryn Hill is my inspiration for my writing, because she was a woman that, man, she was a lyricist.
Yeah.
And no one gave as much as a woman into her lyrics as this woman, and I really appreciate that. But as far as my favorite and all time is Bob Marley. His music was a beacon for peace.
Yeah, I'm a student of Marley. I'm a student of him.
And he didn't look like a billionaire or a millionaire, but he had his piece.
And the message.
And his message was his music was to heal. And that's what I want my music to do. I want my music to heal. I don't want it to
Right.
I don't want it to hurt anyone.
His music, he
Uplift.
was a lot of peace. I want
Yeah.
y'all to chill together.
Yeah.
You know.
And bring people together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the music today is dividing. You know, it's and the degrading and granted, like I said, to each his own. But I wouldn't want to be a part of this young lady's movement if that's what she was about. Cause I'm known artists, male and female. That's what they talk about. And like I said, not to disgrade or anything that they're doing. That's just not something I would want to be a part of or tag my name to.
Yeah.
Like to go out there. And when I heard her music, that's not what I got.
Right.
You know, I got a chill.
Yeah.
I like to want to get up and I feel like it
you should hear me
motivated
live.
me. Yeah, it motivated me. So that's what I would want to be a part of, and I would take it to anybody who wants to have that kind of feeling. That's the kind of music that we want to listen to. You know what I mean? Something to uplift them, to want to love and care, and if they're going through a relationship situation, something how this person dealt with it.
Your guideline of real life situation.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yo, my name is Chrystal Doomes, and I want to give you my heart. Funny cigarettes for my trouble. It wasn't easy. Let some people go, but I still love them. Gotta believe me. Sometimes I feel like I can't win the skin I'm in. They said my wool is just too dark. I can't be deep. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye, bye, black sheep? Yeah. See, back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Some days I think about the days I first fell in love. Got played, tried the key and swear it wasn't the same. Something changed, tripping cause I don't play games with the next one. Swear I ain't next, move on to the next one. Learn my lesson about love and affection. Can't show feelings until you get them. No. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye, bye, black sheep? Peace. Thank you.